I mean, ERS, those guys are not messing around. That's what they want to do for their careers. They're very serious about it.
You know, their wattage is so large, and they really do compete from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Friday. They legitimately compete with the 2 commercial radio stations here because they are that well known for their programming.
Keep it locked, WERS 88.9 FM. I'm Nomadik. The number to call is 617-578-8890.
We were at Vibe Magazine 100 Best of Best, and Emerson College 80.9 WERS was mentioned as one of the best radio stations in the country. We definitely feature a lot of upcoming artists. We give them a chance, whereas the commercial stations don't have that opportunity or may not even want to go that route.
A local MC can send in a 12-inch to one of the college radio stations in town and hear it on the radio next week, and it can, 10, 20, 50,000 people will hear it.
We have the freedom to play whatever we want. We're not motivated by advertising pressure for money or advertisers, so therefore we get to give the people what they want to hear.
Y'all know my name? Yo, my name is Akrobatik and I don't smoke crack. I won't write a rhyme if I think the beat's whack. I don't shoot smack or pop pills to get loose, and I don't drink liquor and cause spousal abuse. Plus I don't smoke cigarettes, so you won't see me on the patch and chewing on no Nicorette. I don't pack heat, but if I did you couldn't hold it. And I won't smoke a spliff unless I see you roll it. I don't talk shit talkers are mostly feeble. Don't look down on my people, we all equal. I don't watch videos, they all the same. Don't preoccupy myself with glamour, fortune, and fame.
Like when act's on stage, you know he's on stage, and that's not very easy to do.
I went to this lyricist lounge show at Avalon, and he did an opening set of 30 minutes, which was better than anyone else there that night. And there was all these dudes from New York there, and Mos Def was there, and Akrobatik's set was the tightest and just the most succinct and direct out of any of them.
I always wanted it to be the main thing that I did in my life, but I didn't really see the opportunity for that, like, on a serious level until about 5 or 6 years ago. And that's when I really started to pursue it. You have to do what you love, and for me, that's what I'm doing now. So that however much struggle is involved in that, so be it. It's fun, it's educational, you meet people all over the world, you learn things about other people's cultures, and those types of things erase ignorance.
He's got an old school appeal, it's honest music, it's intelligent music.
I'm on a mission, got no time to be dead or in prison. I'm trying to see every single ocean and continent, so your ignorance can never break down my self-confidence. If niggas threw fair ones like niggas was men, I might get in a scrap every now and then. But since niggas is dirty and their mentality is frail, I walk away and move on cause cooler heads prevail.
And he's another one I think that really has a potential to be huge on a national level. I just think he has that, accessible flow. He's got a great voice, he's got accessible lyrics. He's not really going over anybody's head.
I'm bringing skills back to where the breathing is sucked at. No time for slacking, there in the verbal water. The sharks swim the other way whenever you wanna. If you love it hip-hop, say word. If you feeling hip-hop, say yes. Say yes if you love it when it brother grab the mic to kick the rod that reduces your stress.
I would love to establish, my longevity. I mean, I've already been putting out records for 4 years, so I feel like I'm doing my thing. I mean, if I can do it for 10 or 15, that'd be great. But I just want to create large legions of people that keep their ears open so that whenever I make music, they're ready. They're ready to check it out.
Bruce Springsteen may be writing about 9/11 and terrorism, but he's an exception compared to artists like Britney Spears and NSYNC.
Tonight, Namois Delaney introduces us to another exception.
Well, you mentioned Britney Spears, and like pop music, a lot of hip-hop music has kind of been going down that image-conscious, sexualized path. You know the titles, right?
Yeah.
But that is not the case with Jeffrey Haynes, aka Mr. Liff. Born in Boston, made famous in Cambridge, this conscious rapper is now taking his verse nationwide.
Welcome to the hereafter. Government powers in conflict in the world gone sick, and they're heavily equipped with arms to melt down cities and farms. The final stage witnessed the force of pure rage. While we were all at work trying to earn a wage, the targets are unlocked and ready to engage.
You have more people listening to hip-hop at this point in time than ever on planet Earth. And it's just like, if you're going to use that type of power, especially if you have major distribution or any distribution of any sort, and you're just gonna get up there and just talk a bunch of frivolous nonsense, man. It's just like, fuck you. It's like, why why not do something, man? Say something that's gonna move somebody. And I'm not saying that every rapper has to be political, but just use some level of insight in things that you're saying. Like, just, try to provide something for people besides just like fucking rambling on about the shit you want to buy at the store or something,
This gym right here is called Home of the Brave, and this is the gym that basically gave birth to the whole EP. The EP is called Emergency Rations, the Missing Persons File, and it's just like, basically this song here is like a response to several of the conditions here in the United States, but mainly a lot of the manipulative media control that has been used ever since the September 11th attacks, pertaining to the issues of anthrax, things that they've done to justify the war, and so on and so forth. And then the title of the EP is kind of just a mockery of how we're sending these rations out allegedly to these people that are already dead, you know what I'm saying, because we're bombing them all day, every day.
What better place to start a war? To build a pipeline to get to further land, what to do for? America supported the Taliban to get pushed out of Afghanistan. That's how they got the arms in. During the war against the Northern Alliance, every can't build a pipeline with hostile environment. Here's what your history books won't show. You're a dead man for fucking with American dough. They're getting several birds with one stone. When you're at home and anti-terrorism up in your dough. Put my eyes are wide open, but TV is off. Break cause I say my body electricity cost. Hey, you can win that piece of shit like if you did, but they killed us because we been killing them for years. 20 people in the place to be. 20 people in the place to be. Make some noise on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go!
There is a great deal of freedom working, independently and underground. And I think that's why Mr. Liff has not gone to a major label, because I think he probably believes, I've spoken to him, so I know he believes there would, be a lot of compromise. And, that's probably not something he wants to do at this point. He may have to if he wants to get on, commercial radio.
If you can sell records without a major label, you're a hot commodity in the music industry, and that's where Liff is headed.
The wanna be free bags, read deep bread, an academic reject, over the D-track, why we wreck, what God gave.
His live performance is the best live performance of any hip-hop individual I've ever seen in my life. Any one hip-hop performer. Mr. Liff, I think, is the best live performer there is.
These are people you once knew. Everybody got a different song. You don't even know your own shit. What? You don't even know your own shit. Son, you fucked me up, son. Hold on, I'll prove I know. Hold on. No, check it out. Prove it. This is a new jam. It goes, oh, crew. These are people you once knew. Everybody got a different goal to pursue. Don't forget your peoples no matter what you do. And this goes out to you, and you, and you, and you. But I need y'all to back me up on the chorus. I need y'all to do the you, and you, and you, and you. Can y'all handle that? You, and you, and you, and you. Man, I'm not fucking convinced. Can y'all handle that?
I remember the day I met Liff. He was calling himself J-Rec at the time. And J-Rec, don't think people forgot that.
His cadence and his flow and stuff were, really, got my attention, and I respected what he was doing, you know what I mean? He was doing something a little off the beaten path.
So working with him is mad fun. It's hard, because it's like, between the two of us, we're definitely two of the busiest hip-hop artists from this area. So it's like at any point in time, he might be in Japan, and I'm in Sweden, and we just can't wait to get back to Boston to record a couple of songs.
A lot of times my expectations of myself are so high that I just end up not enjoying anything that I'm doing. But then when people let me know that they're enjoying it, I'm like, all right, maybe I should fucking let this go. Maybe I shouldn't whine about this all night and pout, and just have a good time and go back to the lab and make some more jams.
Listen to this. Feel the love in your heart, then pump your fist. You ever get the feeling that there's something we miss? Walking around in the face of injustice in a world that thrives on hate and prejudice, anger and rage, cut like blades. Every single day you do more is wait.
I'm seeing this happen around me. And it's like last year, everyone was just like, yo, it's time to go for mine. You know what I mean? And this year, people are just like, they're finishing their stuff up and they're getting it out.